Just moments ago, the DeKalb County Police Department released the identity of the officer who was shot and killed in today's shooting.
Police released this image of 33-year-old Officer David Rose, who lost his life protecting this community. Officer Rose started working with the DeKalb County Police Department last September and served the North Central Precinct. He leaves behind a wife and 2 children with a 3rd child on the way. Again, David Rose was just 33 years old. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for Fox 5 News Edge. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Courtney Bryant. We have live team coverage tonight with reporters stationed outside the CDC headquarters and Emory Memorial Hospital where the officer was transported.
Let's head out now to News Edge reporter Rob Durienzo, who attended today's news conference with Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens. Rob, what did the mayor have to say about today's shooting?
Courtney, Russ, that chaotic scene unfolding just up the road from where I'm standing across the street from the CDC headquarters. Tonight, the entire law enforcement community across Georgia is mourning the loss of DeKalb officer 33-year-old David Ross. A barrage of gunfire near the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and Emory University.
This was an active shooter incident. The shooter is now deceased.
Police say the man began shooting inside a CVS on Clifton Road. Bullets striking multiple CDC buildings.
Officers arriving found a critically injured DeKalb County police officer.
First responders rushed that DeKalb officer to the hospital where he died.
Officers moved quickly to attempt to find the shooter and to neutralize the threat to the community. We later found the shooter on the 2nd floor of the CVS. He had been struck by gunfire. We do not know at this time whether that was from officers or if it was self-inflicted.
Investigators have not released the shooter's identity or any possible motives. Is it believed right now that the CDC was targeted in this attack?
Right now, it's so preliminary. He is a known person that may have some interest in certain things that I can't reiterate right now with any confidence.
We heard the sirens going, we heard the helicopters going, and they had us wait for about an hour and a half on lockdown.
The CDC, Emory University, and Emory University Hospital were quickly placed on lockdown. On top of that officer, 4 others were also taken to the hospital, but because of stress and anxiety. One witness says he went into survivor mode.
I don't want to be a victim. That was it. Didn't want to be a victim, no part of it. So I'm on my way home.
And tonight, the GBI has taken the lead on the investigation, and we need to make it clear this investigation is still very active, even at this hour, in and around the CDC campus. I just walked up to that CVS as close as I could get to it. There's still police tape all over, and GBI is still collecting evidence at this hour. Of course, we're going to continue to track these developments throughout the night and bring you the very latest on our Fox Local app. Back to you.
Yeah, scores of police officers responded there. Rob, thanks. And a DeKalb County officer was killed while responding to that call this afternoon.
Medics rushed him to Emory Hospital where he died from his injuries. As we mentioned, he's been identified as Officer David Rose, just 33 years old. Let's get out to Fox 5's Kim Leffler, who was outside the hospital earlier tonight when a very emotional news conference was held to inform us that that officer had been killed. Kim.
DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson calls this day a dark day for DeKalb County. Now, as you mentioned, just in the last few minutes, that officer has been identified as 33-year-old David Rose. Now, DeKalb County officials say Rose started with the DeKalb County Police Department in September of 2024 and served in the North Central Precinct. We know he leaves behind a wife and 2 children with a 3rd on the way. Now, there's been a big law enforcement presence outside of the hospital all day. We also saw several other law enforcement officials, including DeKalb County Sheriff Melody Maddox, Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt, and Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum, who were all here to show their support. DeKalb County officials spoke about Officer Rose's call to serve the community.
This officer responded to the call as he was trained to do. And during that incident, he received gunfire and he lost his life in this incident. He was committed to serving the community. At this time, we're asking for the community's prayers.
These are individuals who run towards danger when we have the ability to run away. So tonight, it is with profound sadness that I stand here and I say to all of those who serve as frontline responders and to our officers that that we are here to support you.
Yeah, a very heavy day for the entire law enforcement community here in Metro Atlanta. Now, DeKalb County leaders are asking the community to pray for Officer Rose's family, as well as the entire DeKalb County Police Department, as they begin to mourn his loss. Live this evening at Emory University Hospital, Kim Luffler, Fox 5 News.
Our deepest condolences to the department and to his family. Kim, thank you. And our team coverage continues tonight with Fox 5's Eric Perry, who was one of the first reporters on the scene.
He has talked with witnesses there on the scene. Eric, you've seen so many different things transpire over these last several hours that you've been out there. What are you seeing there now?
Yeah, Courtney, Russ. So during earlier broadcasts, I was texting and talking to people inside the CDC. Well, within the last 30, probably 15 minutes there, one of the people inside the CDC came by and said that they've finally been released. And I asked, did you work inside the CDC? And he said, yes, he's been inside since around 4:40 when those shots rang out. I do want to start with the picture inside the CDC where you can see the bullets hit the windows, shattering the glass. We don't believe that it penetrated through that glass there, but you can see just that damage as that shooter is believed to have shot from that CVS across the street there, hitting that building, and it looks like it's quite tall. Now let's get you to some video from the scene earlier. It has been quite a chaotic day, an active day, as law enforcement from all over Metro Atlanta converged here on Clifton Road at that CVS and that CDC as well there. We've seen the FBI, DeKalb County, Atlanta, but also we know the GBI is leading this investigation. At this hour, they were brought in later as they're now combing the scene. Now, I talked to several different people throughout it, but I talked to some people who were inside that apartment complex above that CVS. They heard the gunshots. I want to start with you hearing those gunshots, and then let's go into that interview that I did with a woman who was inside as well.
Construction. It was like an hour and a half ago. I also saw people getting escorted out of the CVS. I don't know if it's hit me. I got a call from my dad and he was like, stay away from the windows, hide in the bathroom.
Yeah, so police say that suspect was found on the second level of that CVS. Most people I've been talking with were not familiar with the second level of the CVS. They believe that might have been something maybe only for employees, or not sure if that was a part of the apartment complex. But back out here, there is still a heavy police presence, not as heavy as before. We've also seen a tow truck that's just out of camera frame here that's been waiting. I'm told that they will pick up what's I believe, to be the police officer's car, patrol car there, that we saw some damage from Skyfox 5 earlier today. They also told me that CDC entrance is going to be blocked for at least another day. We've actually seen some CDC members, workers coming into work. Looks like they might have had an overnight shift. The officer said, you don't know what's happening here? You might need to contact your boss. You're probably not going to work, as many of those officers or employees who were in there earlier have been released for tonight after being inside for quite some time. Of course, we'll introduce you to some other witnesses here who walk us through that scary moments a little later in this show. Russ, Courtney.
Yeah, just chilling to hear what people experienced who might have been in that area when the shooting happened. Eric, thanks. Governor Brian Kemp released a statement in response to the shooting, saying twice this week deranged criminals have targeted innocent Georgians. Each time, brave first responders rushed toward the danger to subdue the shooter and save lives, reminding us of just how crucial they are. Marty, the girls, and I are thankful for all those who answer the call to serve and who protect their fellow Georgians. We ask that you join us in holding them in our prayers, along with those harmed this evening near the CDC Center.
Similar sentiments tonight from Georgia Senator John Ossoff, who said in part tonight's shooting at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and near Emory University has shaken our community. Alicia and I send our prayers to the family of the officer killed in this attack and the entire CDC and Emory communities in light of this terrible act. We also express our gratitude to all of the first responders who provided medical assistance and secured the scene. Police are also asking drivers to avoid Clifton Road. It is closed as crews are still on the scene tonight. The Emory Police Department says drivers can return once they issue an all-clear alert. And traffic along Houston Mill, Briarcliff, and North Decatur roads are all facing heavy delays as well.
We will continue our coverage of today's deadly shooting after the break, but for now, we'll leave you with this live picture of the scene at CDC headquarters right now. We'll be right back.